The whole purpose of a resume is to gain you an interview. The interview is for you to hopefully land the job. The best way to do that is to supply as much information, correct information as possible. What I want to do is be picking up that phone to be booking you in for an interview first time without having to call you to clarify bits and pieces of your resume. As a HR manager, I'm looking for simple information. I'm looking for effective job titles. I'm looking for exact months and years that you've worked at a previous employer. And please do not be cutting and pasting duties from previous employers.
Your resume writing may be a little rusty, and that's why we've put together this video which focuses on outlining the do's and don'ts of resume writing. There is no right or wrong way of formatting your resume, but what's important is that the relevant information is displayed in a concise and professional way. Right, let's take a closer look. What screams out wrong here? Okay, first, the photo. HR managers are not recruiting applicants on the basis of beauty, so let's take the photo out. What else strikes you as unnecessary? The resume is probably a bit long for a graduate too, and there is a lot of repetition. For example, the personal details are displayed once in the header and then on the first page. Also, HR is not really interested in the subjects this applicant took at school, let alone his political affiliations and religion. When creating a resume, try and imagine what the HR manager would view as important. Make sure you focus on exactly what is relevant to the job.
We are assessing you on your professionalism, so it's really important that you're not remembered for the resume that had a lot of flaws. Think about your email address. Is it professional? Is it appropriate? Do you have a voicemail? We really want to leave you a message, so make sure that you do put that voicemail on. Think about the social media sites you're on, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Everyone has access to these, and do we really want to know what you were doing on Saturday night?
Right, like Marcia said, obviously all the small details on the resume will make a big impression. It's probably time to move on from your old email address and select something that is simple and professional. Remember, put yourself in the hiring manager's shoes. If you were recruiting for an accountant or a lawyer, would you employ someone with an email address like this? Now the personal details are in the header, let's grab HR's attention with a list of your key achievements and highlights, the stuff you are really proud of. Be mindful, if you've had a lot of experience, rather than listing them at the top of the page, you can arrange them as they relate to each position held. Okay, let's tidy up the education section. Now, the experience this student has is good for a graduate, but he has not highlighted the most relevant experience first. Remember, regardless of whether you were remunerated or if it was volunteer work, it's still experience at the end of the day. Let me show you a little trick. We can display the most relevant experience first by segmenting the resume into different categories: professional, leadership, and additional experience. That way your resume is still in reverse chronological order. However, we are now highlighting the most relevant experience first to catch the hiring manager's eye. Sometimes it's easy to skip over things. Here, for example, any HR manager would like to learn more about this industry placement. Now, it looks like he's undertaken some relevant experiences as part of an industry placement, and he has also been the relationship manager with the Student Association. This is a great experience as it demonstrates that he is good with people. Also, being the captain of the UQ Touch football team. In fact, being involved in any sporting team or community organisation is a perfect indicator of leadership skills and communication skills. Great, now we're getting somewhere.
Like Nicole said, soft skills like leadership, communication and teamwork are really important. We look for potential. We want to see that you have the ability to learn. We look for your ability to meet goals and targets. So it might be a really good idea to include some key achievements and highlights in your resume.
References. Usually after an interview, most employers will need to conduct a reference check to verify your qualifications, experience and skills. List no more than 2 references unless otherwise requested.
Like Nicole said, references are really important. 2 should be adequate, but make sure they're relevant. We'd rather see a reference from someone you've worked with than a personal family friend. Also make sure it's clear how they know you. If it's your boss, your lecturer or a family friend, make sure we can tell, and make sure they're expecting a call about you.
And finally, don't leave your application to the last minute. We can always tell the ones that are thrown together in a panic. If you can, download the application form in advance and really think about your answers and make sure you follow the instructions.
Okay, we have gone over the whole resume. Everything is in order. Remember, during Graduate Recruitment Month, not all organisations request cover letters and resumes. However, by having a cover letter and a resume prepared, you're ensuring that you have all the adequate information to respond to their questions. So finally, the objective of your resume is to convey your key strengths quickly and succinctly once it falls into the hands of your future employer.
Hi, I'm from the public sector, and as the other HR managers and Nicole have explained, a resume is a crucial document that gets you through to the interview phase. Keep your resume a plain and simple document that is easy to follow because it takes about 20 seconds for your resume to stand out. Try and tailor your resume to suit the position, particularly in the public sector, as you may also be required to provide a statement against key attributes of the role. A resume like this is exactly what myself and other HR managers want to see.